like a throwback. You ain't know that. My like I'm Lil Kodak. No, what it ain't good at. I can't sweat you. I'm like who that? I can't sweat you. I don't do that. No. Hey, tell you the truth. I ain't want you to depart. Hey, I'm you, but I kept with you 'cause you different. You can't play your part. No. Hey, tell you the truth. I'm you from the start. Hey, I can't not playing no part. Like, leave me alone. Run it up the bucks. Hey, leave me alone. You done it what? Leave me alone.
The NBA playoffs have arrived as we kick it off with Game 1 in the East, right here on EA Sports. From Spectrum Center in Uptown Charlotte, tonight, the Charlotte Hornets getting set to match up with the Toronto Raptors. Hi, everyone. Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Jay, we look at the Hornets coming in. They're rested. They're ready to go. And they'll have home court advantage to begin here in Games 1 and 2.
And I'll tell you what, I am looking forward to this series right here. This is going to be a dogfight. We got a couple of teams that match up very well. I can see this one going to length. Yes, 7 games. That's how even these teams are.
With the fadeaway, burns him for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Lowry to Van Vliet. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Hornets have the basketball. To Kemba Walker. Knocks it down from mid-range.
That's the kind of defense they're going to play on him all night. Even though he made that shot, he knows there's nothing easy about this game.
Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Lowry with it. Down 4. To Gasol. Big finish at the rim.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Great athlete from Michigan State. Miles Bridges with the 3.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that 3 despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
Fred Van Vliet to Gasol. Down low. Using the post to his advantage there and the finish at the rim. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
4-3. He made his first effort, but not that time. Fred Van Vliet to Gasol. The Raptors down to 3 on the shot clock. Gasol. Not that time. Pascal Siakam. Huge block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
It's the Raptors with the basketball. Cody Zeller tips it. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Cody Zeller. Zeller snatching it out of the air. Across the timeline, it's Walker. Leads 3. Give it to him. Kemba Walker, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Pascal Siakam to Lowry. Has a look. Gasol shot off the mark.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
And he knocks it down. Jay, nice look right there.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Lowry. The drive, right to the basket. Cody Zeller.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. New blood coming in for both sides. Lowry. Here's Nowitzki down low. Cleans it up. To Gasol. Can't miss those. Walker with the basketball. His team up by 7. Give it to him. Kemba Walker. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
And here's a next level comment for you. K-Walk is one of the rare guys in the league today that blurs the lines between the streets and the league.
Gasol to Lowry. Drive here, but the shot stays out.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Gets a look. Can't hit.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
Gasol, good for 2. Great footwork once again.
I'm laughing because when you look at Marc Gasol, he's not the fastest big guy in the game. He's not the smoothest, nor is he the best shooter. But you know what he is? He's prepared and he's experienced. That's why he can get you 17 to 18 to 19 points per night or more, and you get a tough low post presence.
Dirk Nowitzki. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Trying to cash in. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size. But in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Lowry to Gasol. Rebound to Rozier. To Miles Bridges. Can't connect. The shot, almost. Another follow, stays out. We've reached the end of the first quarter here in Game 1. Jay and I are back after this. It's the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Toronto has the basketball to Powell. The jumper's off the mark.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes...
Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, we're seeing more of the same to start the second.
It's called settle for more. Just because a defender gives you space doesn't mean that you need to take the jump shot. Keep attacking the rim. It will open up eventually.
Return label included.
Offense might want to adjust here. That's his 4th block of the evening.
Buries it on the catch and shoot.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
Fred VanVleet and a pass taken away by Charlotte.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this league.
It goes down.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Cody Zeller rejects it. Ooh, 5 now.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defense.
Stuffs it down with authority. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
The screen sets him up for 2.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
To Miles Bridges. off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
And he draws contact. 2 shots coming up for the Spaniard, the All-Star, Marc Gasol.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
First try at the line, no good. Missed the second one as well. Has a chance. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Lowry into the front court. Down a bundle. To Van Vliet. To Lowry. Here's a chance from long range. Can't connect.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Across the timeline, it's Lowry. His guys down big. Count the basket inside.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Has a look. A fundamental shot right there.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than it was defense.
Runner here won't go down.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
To Lowry. From the painted area, won't go down. Another follows, still no good. Walker into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Shakes free and hits.
When I think about Kemba Walker, I think about a self-made elite PG. He's a little guy that thrives amongst the NBA giants, and he's fearless. Let me tell you about how fearless he is. Even Alvin Gentry said he's probably the biggest competitor he's ever seen. You could put him right up there with the likes of Kobe Bryant from a competitive standpoint. That goes to show you that Walker will do anything and everything to beat you every possession.
Short jumper. Slams it home on the putback.
He's a relentless scorer. It doesn't matter if you stop him once. He's going to keep coming at you time and time again.
Lowry into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Pascal Siakam to Lowry. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Charlotte basketball. Give it to him. Kemba Walker. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Lowry with it. Under a minute to go before halftime. Pascal Siakam to Lowry. They work it down to Gasol. And the slam. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Trying to cash in. Deep two there. Won't go.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
to Walker. Has a chance. The rebound's corralled by the Raptors. Lowry into the front court. His guys can hold for the final shot. Well done, Kyle Lowry. 3 for 6 now.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Unbothered by the defense as he drills it. The hoop and the harm. Gasol going to the line for a chance at 3, making the court his own little pitch. The Spaniard delivers again. Marc Gasol at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. He's struggled so far. Free throw good. A 3-point play as they move in front here just before the break. It's halftime here in Game 1. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Guys, let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Charlotte Hornets were the dominant team in that first half, without question. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Charlotte Hornets. The Raptors have got themselves in a bad situation that seems likely to only get worse. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Toronto Raptors.
Game track. Blocks.
The Hornets came to play today, and the opposition knows it. All these blocks are more than just rejections. They're statements.
Player of the half.
Cody Zeller showed off his timing and athleticism with a lot of blocks. The defense he put on display requires the kind of effort that fans love to see from their team.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Ball controlled by Kyle Lowry to Van Vliet. Here comes the screen. To Gasol. Got it.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
For 3, can't go down. Smothering defense. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. 14-point deficit. Down low, Gasol. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Into the front court, it's Walker. His guys lead here, early stages, third quarter. Not easy.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
Lowry into the front court. Trailing by 15. Fred VanVleet. So Lowry. Shot from the lane won't go. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Cody Zeller with the block. 8 now.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Turns and slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Lowry with it. He'll run the offense. Pascal Siakam, nice pass to set things up. And he dunks it down for 2.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
Across the timeline, it's Walker. His guys hold a commanding lead. Lays it up and in.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Lowry. Miles Bridges to Kemba Walker. Beyond the arc for 3. And made his first couple, but he misses there.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Rozier. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Pascal Siakam to Lowry. Scores from the post.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Charlotte with the basketball. Over to the right side. Rozier. Oh, he hits the 3.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
To Gasol. Down low. Doesn't get the bounce. Has a look. Shot won't go.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Gasol, good for 2. Great footwork once again.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
I remember my high school coach said 1 man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Now the Raptors going to use a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. To Gasol. Nothing going here on that drive. Easy path to the rim.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Add 2 points to the board.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. Force him to go right and know that the chances are higher of him trying to drive and attack the rim. That's knowing the scouting report.
Trying to cash in, and he buries it.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Toronto with the basketball. To Nowitzki. They work it down to Gasol. Gets a shot up off the mark. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
In a flash, scores at the rim.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
To Miles Bridges. And strokes it.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Cody Zeller.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Yeah, they're lucky they get the ball back.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Late heave to beat the buzzer. That ends the third quarter. It's been all Hornets. Hornets with the first possession here in the fourth quarter, and they have done no wrong to this point. They have this game well in control.
They took control early, and they never let up. The scary thing about this team, if they keep their foot on the gas and then throttle it down, they could win this game by 50.
Lowry has the basketball. To Ibaka. Second effort. Powell. And a nice finish at the rim.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Oh, he had it.
After a miss like that, you at least have to rub your hands on your shorts, at least make it seem like the ball slipped.
Rozier, off the mark. Now a drive, but the shot won't fall. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Hornets right now in possession. Fires a three. That's good D. Shot no good.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
The foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throws good. Add one more to the total. This game feels out of reach. To Powell. Ibaka. No good, and no foul. Walker with the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. Short jumper stays out. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Fred VanVleet. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
The Raptors able to clear the board. It's the Raptors with the basketball. Here comes the screen. Probing the defense. Driving right to the basket. Right down Broadway, 4-2.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Fred VanVleet to Powell. And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
First one goes down. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. From the painted area, won't go down.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Baseline drive, the shot won't fall. A shot no good there by Williams.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Serge Ibaka. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Lowry into the front court. Down a bundle. Pass stolen by the Hornets.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error. The ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. Probing the defense.
Green, get over.
5 on the shot clock. Lowry. Rebound pulled in by Charlotte. Lets it fly from long range. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. He might not make many friends on the other side with that 3.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat him by 50, beat him by 50. If you want to beat him by 100, keep shooting more threes.
Lowry. Cody Zeller swats it. Make that 11.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Toronto has the basketball. Fred VanVleet and a pass taken away by Charlotte.
Let's just let the clock run out. We got to get out of here. I got a dinner to go to.
That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want.
Shot by Anunoby, no good. It's the Hornets with the victory. They've jumped out in front, 1-0 in this best-of-7 series. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Hey, everyone. It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Hornets were simply amazing in this contest. What really stood out for me is how many times they scored on second effort plays. It takes heart to keep up that kind of execution, and these guys were relentless. The Charlotte Hornets can point to these guys for their scoring output. The Raptors are no longer suffering through what was a big-time blowout.
And every team in this league loses games. You just don't want to lose them like this. I can already see a players-only meeting in their future.
Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Toronto Raptors.
Game track. Three-point shooting.
The Hornets
Did their best work away from the basket. They used a combination of perimeter defense and long-range scoring to get themselves the win.
Player of the game.
Cody Zeller
Put together an incredible game, highlighted by his amazing defense. Not many guys come up with this many blocks and steals.
Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.
Let's go, Swan. Oh, y'all thought y'all wasn't gonna get that Kendrick and that LOX, huh? Y'all thought y'all wasn't gonna get that Lock and Kendrick? That Styles P, that Jada, that Kendrick? Oh, y'all think it's games being played around here, huh? Well, they not. Ladies in the air!
The damage that we do is severe. The reinvention of the fresh, brand new every year.
Them in them in his blood flew in the air. We put that work on commercial. We flew in the lead.
I hit the bar and the weights, then I'm doing the stairs. They say the Lord only knows what I do to my peers.
Trying to sell to pursue my career. So I keep a tight circle, I don't move with the squares.
Rock a rugby like cool, but put two in your ear. If you ain't qualified, you should move to the rear.
I'm from Yonkers, had to learn to conquer my fears. In the foreign, had to learn to conquer the gears.
It's the kick drum, yeah, it's attached to the snare. I turn it to the back, then I crack your veneers.
Stagnated on the block for wears.
I'm in the mansion upstate, out back with the deers.
Everybody back up, bend down.